Welcome back to Blue Collar EDC, where we're on the second part of a three-part series discussing what made it in our pocket after 6 months of trial and error. In part one, we discussed what we're carrying in our actual pockets, what we're taking to work with us, what we are using on a daily basis, the things that we're getting the absolute most use out of. Today, on the other hand, we're going to talk about the things that we still want to carry with us, but maybe are too big, too bulky to fit into your actual pocket. The things that you're not going to use maybe on a daily basis, but definitely need to carry with you. That is when these Maxpedition pouches come in. Just found this company a few months ago, ordered some of their stuff, really impressed with it. This is the first one that I got. It is a Maxpedition Fatty, measures 5x7 by 2 inches deep, true clamshell design. It's made out of 1000D nylon, polyurethane coated for water resistance, genuine YKK zippers. Really been highly impressed with this. But let's see what we got in there. So it's got this Velcro pouch on the front. Whenever it's fully loaded, you're not going to get really too much in here unless it's really flat, which brings this up. So this is a 3D printed utility knife. It's got a whole bunch of these Milwaukee utility blades. Print this. I think it costs about 4 cents in filament to print it. It's a 3-part print. Takes maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. And you're able to throw that in there. It has a slider that locks into place. Has a wire stripper down here, or cord cover maybe. Has a place to put a lanyard if you wanted to attach that to it. I print these things like they're going out of style. Throw them in all the different pouches. If I'm ever doing anything that's going to tear up a blade, I'm going to tear this up before I tear up one of my good knives. So you'll probably be seeing quite a few of these. Really easy print, all kinds of different colors. It's just what I had laying around. Really like that. All right, so start on the big side. First things first is the Nebo Micro 450. And it's a headlamp, but it also doubles as a cap lamp. So you can attach this either to the bill of your cap and extend it out like so, or you can leave it. You can maybe put it on a backpack, light the path. It does come with a strap that you put around your head. I threw that part away. It wasn't something I was going to keep. But this thing's, I think it's 450 on turbo. Not a big fan of advertising turbo modes. I don't see the use of something like this being super bright for 15 or 20 seconds. But, you know, for this thing's literally 28 bucks. USB-C rechargeable. 3 different light modes. With, you know, high is 150 lumens, and at that you're going to get about an hour of use. Medium's half that at 50 lumens, which doubles your runtime to 2 hours. Low is 15 lumens, and you're going to get 5 hours out of that. And then also has a green mode and a red mode, so you don't lose that night vision if you're needing to preserve that. But really, for the price, I haven't been able to find another headlamp that has this style of clip that you can just attach to a hat or even a hard hat if you needed to, and also this small. So the next thing that we're going to come up with is a sewing kit. And this is actually the box for my 711L mini ratchet that I showed you guys in the first video. It is a metal box, has a sliding lid. So took that. I bought it's a Fisker's travel sewing kit on Amazon. It's literally $5. Comes with a bunch of different buttons, safety pins, sewing needles, all kinds of different thread. And the only thing that I added to it is a suture needle, just in case. I'm gonna be building an actual first aid kit in the near future. But I thought if you already have the things, might as well put it in there. You never know whenever you might need it. And like if you weren't here for the first one, our motto here at Blue Collar EDC is I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. So you're going to see a lot of stuff that's a little bit redundant, but that's the motto that we're going with. I hear a lot of people say, carry what you need what you carry. There's a lot of us, different lines of work, that we don't know what we're going to need for the day. And so we decided that we're going to try to cover all our bases. There may be some stuff that we never use, but if we ever need it, it's there. The next thing, saw a lot of good reviews on this, a lot of people talking about it, and this is the Sharpall knife sharpener. It's a two-stage system. It's got a carbide and then your ceramic hone. It does have a fire starter right there, works well, and it has your flip-out diamond. So if you got any serrated blades, you can use that to get the serration sharp. And then, last but not least, and I didn't even realize this when I bought it, but it does have a whistle on the end, and it is loud. And I would blow it for you guys, but my Great Dane is asleep right under my feet over here, and I don't want to freak her out. She's getting up there in age, and I don't want to scare her. So, but take my word for it, it is a loud whistle if you ever needed a rescue whistle, something like that. And then we went over the Leatherman Arc Talos in the first video as my pocket carry. The OG Arc right here, really good tool. I'm not going to go over it a whole lot. I think everybody that's into this knows what this is. Whether it's worth it for you for 250 bucks, that's for you. For me, I really like it. Don't see myself ever carrying anything but these two unless they come out with some more colors, something like that. The biggest thing that's wrong with this, it looks beautiful, it looks great, it's just slippery. If you're working in cold temperatures or wet temperatures, this thing is super slick, and that's why I decided to go ahead and pick up the Talos. But both of them, really great tools, really, really like them, highly recommend them. And then the Nitecore EDC37. I cannot say enough good things about this flashlight, with only one negative I'll get to here in a minute. It's got the little LCD screen, show you what your lumens are before you select them, so you can go through there. Put it on moonlight mode or 15 lumens, turn it on, and then after it comes on for a second, it's going to tell you how much runtime you have left, which is 100 hours and 49 minutes at 95% charge. I mean, absolutely unreal. For 130 bucks, this is a no-brainer for me. USB-C rechargeable, easy lockout switch, and it turns it off as well. So if you get through, you just lock it out. Nothing happens. Tells you you're on lockout. It does have the 3000 and the 8000 lumen shield, turbo modes, super bright. Might come in a pinch, but like I said earlier, I'm all about really what it does on high for extended periods of time, which for this is 1500 lumens. Like I said, now we're at 94% charge, and at 1500 lumens, we're at 4 hours and 4 minutes. I own 2 of these so far. Probably going to buy some more, put them in my pickup, do something with them. I really, really like them. On ultra low, which is the 15 one I showed you, almost 200 hours of use time. Unreal. And then on to the smaller stuff. Like I said in the first video, extra tube of chapstick. If you work outside, you know what I'm talking about with this. The WD-40 pen. Very divisive WD-40. I already can feel the comments now. It is not a lubricant. WD-40 is not a lubricant. I will agree with you to an extent, but if you have a squeaky door hinge, will this get the squeak out 99.9% of the time? Absolutely. Will it stay out as long as a actual lubricant? No, will not. But in a pinch, and that's the reason I carry this, is it will. But not just for that. Say you have a knife that is not stainless, especially like a fixed blade. Absolutely excellent for displacing moisture. Get the you use it, you're in wet environment, wipe it down, throw this, you know, coat the blade with it, boom. Gets rid of the moisture, don't have to worry about rust. And then probably the next best thing would be adhesives. You know, you end up peeling a sticker off of something and it's got that sticky residue on there, hit it with some WD-40, write this on there, it'll come right off. There's a lot of good uses for this, and it's, you know, one of them is to be a you know, a little bit of a lubricant, but it's not a true lubricant, and I understand that. But this thing for a 3-pack, it's $12, and I've been using this pretty much since the beginning. Still haven't gone through the first one. Buy something, peel a sticker off of it, take the cap off, put it on there, let it soak in for a few minutes, and then just rub it with a towel. Comes right off. Really like it. The next thing is going to be this Crescent 4-inch adjustable wrench, or a 4-inch Crescent wrench. I grew up knowing these things as Crescent wrench. I didn't know that a Crescent wrench was an actual brand of wrench until, I don't know, I was probably in my early adulthood before I found it. Really big fan of these. Really big fan of the brand. I use their precision tools a lot with my 3D printing. But this one, real solid, nice smooth opening, 9/16 jaw. You know, you can't grab a hold of it with a pair of pliers, or say you need to back it up so you can get a nut loose, you need to back the bolt off. Either way, really like these. There's since I bought this one, I've noticed there's 2 different versions of it that I wish I would have bought instead. This one has this real nice rubber-ish handle. It is grippy. It does make it comfortable to hold if you're putting a lot of torque on it, but it makes it a pain to get it out of the webbing in this. And they have another version that is just dipped. It's like just dipped up to about the same point with orange, and it looks like it would be a little bit easier. And then they just have a black oxide version that looks pretty sharp, and it's just straight metal, which would be okay. I mean, it's exactly what my Knipex 4-inch Cobras are. Really like that look, and just really like it. And the next thing is going to be another pen. So this is, I bought these on Amazon. It's a Rack brand, R-A-K. There was a 2-pack for $17. No refills included. But, I mean, it's aluminum. It feels good. It's got it's a little twist action to get your ballpoint out. It does have a 4-inch or a 10-centimeter ruler on the side, and it does have a tiny little bubble level in there, which is pretty nice. I could see that if you were in woodworking, doing something like that, construction. Not super useful for what I do. And then it has a stylus on the end, which is completely useless to me. But it was an impulse buy. I saw them. I have since switched. I'm going to still carry it, but I've since switched to like my daily carry. I'm still trying to pick between these 2 guys right here. And actually somebody from the last video recommended this. And this is just a brass bolt action pen. I mean, it's absolutely tiny in the hand. It's just big enough to write with comfortably. If it was any smaller, it would be kind of tough to write with. But it comes with a little key ring. I tied a monkey's fist and some paracord just to help get it out of my pocket, because it is so little that you know, I was kind of digging around for it. And I just keep it in the little 5th pocket on a pair of Levi's. It used to be a pocket watch pocket. And then I got the O Pen Mini 2. And this is a super sick little pen. I hadn't even taken the nub off of the ballpoint yet. And it has the pencil, one of those eternal pencils out the top. I could see that also coming in handy if you were doing some cutting on some wood, doing some woodworking. But I'm still trying to figure out which one I'll carry. This one has a pretty stout pocket clip, but it's not like knife stout, so I'm a little worried about carrying it in my pocket with that. But I'm gonna give them both a go, or maybe switch them out. I don't know. But if you have the O-Pen, there is a size comparison of this guy. This thing's $20 with no refills. This one was a little under $10 with 5 refills, or $6 with just the 1 refill, or you can buy 15 refills for $8, if I remember right. So pretty good value there. 15 refills ought to last you a good long while, unless you're just writing books with it. But both of them, feel really nice in the hand. They're both got some weight to them. You know they're there. Really like them. All right. The next thing, I'm such a huge fan of these guys. I went over one of them in the first video, the one that I actually carry in my pocket, which is the 711 Mini Ratchet Duo right there with the extension. And then I went ahead and got this guy. So this is the 711 L Mini Ratchet for the Leatherman. And it just fits right in place of the bit. Get that out, take the bit out, and then this guy goes right in there. And then your bit goes in there, and then your whole Leatherman turns into a ratchet. Really like it. These ratchets are good for 22 foot-pounds. What it said it's you know, rated for. So who knows where it'd break. But on this version, they did say that this mechanism that it clips into on the Leatherman will give way before the Ratchet does. So I've only used this once. It was a simple little task and I really didn't need to do it, but I had it, so I wanted to use this aspect of it. But, you know, have that, still have the other part of the 2-pack, because the bit or the extensions came in the 2-pack, so I'll put the other one in this pack so I can have that. But I really like it, and it will come into play more in the next video whenever we dive into part 3 on our tool pouch that we have built. And then we have just a regular old cigarette lighter. And I did put a zip tie around it. Just had a zip tie in the shop, put it around there. It 100% keeps that button from coming down, keeps your butane from leaking out. Feel a little safer having that in there. A little easier to use than matches. Obviously, if something happens to it, it's completely worthless. With matches, you can tend to still use the ends of them if you need to, especially if you have a fire starter. But carry that. See, that covers most of the bigger stuff. See, next in here is going to be, carry a couple of these on a couple of different pouches, one in the bag. This is the Night Eyes S-Biner, just in case you ever need to attach some things. Really like the quality of this. Carry an extra charger for my Apple Watch. And always got to have the lens cleaners, which double is essentially alcohol wipes. Never know. Carry, you know, 4 or 6 of those things. And then this is just some Gorilla duct tape. I think it's about 15 feet of it. And then I just folded it over on itself and then folded the end up. So it's somewhat easy to peel back off, but can't go wrong having some duct tape. And then for this guy is the Galvanox. I believe this was a 42-bit system. It's actually 21 bits, but they're double-ended, so you get 42 bits out of it. This thing was $20 when I bought it. I looked at it today, it was $25. And then I looked at it again this evening, and it was back down to $20. So if you look at it and you decide you want to pick it up, don't buy it unless it's $20, because it goes on sale all the time. It's still at $20, almost half price of the Leatherman version. I've been super pleased with these so far. This is what I'm carrying there. What I'm carrying in those. I can't tell the difference, but really like them. Easier to read. Big fan of that. I will probably be buying some more Galvanox stuff just to try it out. But last pair of earplugs. What do I want to carry earplugs for? Well, I need it to be pretty quiet whenever I go to sleep. So if we're happen to be staying in a hotel, or if we're in the RV somewhere and it's noisy, I always got a pair of earplugs with me. Or if we're out on the job site and for some reason I'm out of them, I can always know that I'll always have a pair in my kit. And then last but not least, just plain old zip ties. Always good to have some zip ties. So that pretty much covers it. In next week's video, we're going to dive deeper into part 3, which is more of a tool-based kit that we built. It's going to have, you know, some little bit of sockets, but it's definitely not just some random sockets thrown in there. So definitely stay tuned for that. In the meantime, if you made it this far into the video, thank you so much. We really appreciate your support. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, maybe even thinking about subscribing. We're trying to make a go of this. We're planning on coming out with a video once a week talking about all kinds of stuff. If you really are a fan of some no BS reviews that tell it like it is, this is a channel for you. But in the meantime, thanks for sticking with it. Have a good day, and thank you for what you do.